So I saw Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, which actually came out in English dub. So this is actually the movie sequel to Dragon Ball Super Broly, but it will take place before Dragon Ball GT, where we actually see the events that we actually see before this series. However, we actually saw this movie, but the reason that I never reviewed the rest of the Dragon Ball movies is because this is the movie that I really wanted to see because for the first time ever, we finally get to see Gohan, Goku's son, to be the main protagonist in the movie, as well as the revival of the Red Ribbon Army, and also we see new androids as well as the new villains in the movie. So here is the review of Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which we actually have in the beginning of the episode, where the evil organization, the Red Ribbon Army, led by Commander Red, which we see how they actually bent on world domination until Goku, back when he was a kid, actually defeated the army, which the head scientist, Dr. Gero, who escaped, which he actually transformed himself into an android, which he created the androids 17 and 18, as well as Cell, and also 16 as well, which he was killed by his own creation, which led Gohan destroying Cell single handedly until Vegeta actually, who is the son of Commander Red, have actually spent his time in hopes of bringing back the Red Ribbon Army from failure, using the pharmaceuticals as the front for his revival. Him and his second in command, Carmine, have actually learned that Dr. Hito is the grandson of Dr. Gero, which they have learned how he has also learned how to create androids like Gero, which we knew that his parents was killed in an unknown time, which we knew that his grandparents, which Jiro and Fumi, who is Android 21, and his uncle Jifo, which we knew how he became Android 16. However, we actually learned that he spent his time in prison for creating androids out of dead bodies. So we knew how he needed him to create the androids that he needs for the revival of the Red Ribbon Army. So when Hito have actually been released from prison, Vegeta and Carmine approached him and he told him about what had happened, which he have accepted the offer, which he actually heard about the lies that he heard about the Saiyans, which they actually told him that they're aliens who try to take over the world, in which he have shown the footage of future Trunks killing Frieza, in which he decided to agree to their research, which he contributes his studies to create an ultimate android heroes, in which we seen 6 months later where Piccolo is now training Pan, Gohan and Fidel's daughter, who's turned 3 years old now, who's now training near their house in the woods, in which Pan have begun to fight like her father, which would lead to the adventures in GT, in which Pan wanted to learn how to fly, but she is unable to because Piccolo say that when her time is will come, but she has to be patient, in which Gohan will be stronger, just like Goku, in which we never actually seen Pan witness Gohan battle when she was still a child. But she actually decided to head towards daycare, in which she will actually will learn more about Gohan adventures, in which we see how Piccolo received a phone call from Fidel to ask him to pick Pam up after daycare, in which she was busy in her martial arts school for a tournament, and Gohan is busy with his research, which of course he pays Gohan a visit, which he explained why he can't pick up Pan, which he is very busy, in which we knew how Gohan appreciates what he is doing, but we knew how he is still actually is strong until he switches clothes to Piccolo's gi, which he actually wears a cape that is actually rated down. So we knew how Gohan will actually become stronger, in which he will actually become strong. But when Piccolo returns to his home to meditate, we actually saw how he was attacked by a new android calling himself Gamma 2, in which he actually revealed that he is also an android, but he wearing a red ribbon army logo on his left shoulder, which he looks like an average superhero. But when they two actually decide to battle each other, he actually realized that he will kill him because he revealed his secrets. But he actually killed him, or seemingly kill him, because Gohan didn't actually hear. But Piccolo have actually decided to slip under the dust and decide to follow Gamma 2, where we seen the headquarters of the revived Red Ribbon Army, in which we knew that he decided to dress up as one of them by actually knock out a guard and stealing his outfit and using it as a disguise, which he saw in the command room where Gamma 2 is joined by another android who is calling himself Gamma 1, in which we knew how they didn't saw how Piccolo didn't die but got away, in which we knew how they actually learned from Magenta that they're actually using Hido to create a new and powerful android called Cell Max, which is an upgrade of the original Cell, but way more powerful. In which he actually say that the Gammas had to finish the job they were actually have on their own, but which creating Cell Max isn't possible, but he's already constructing it. I mean, actually building it. But we see Piccolo contacting Bulma because of what he have learned, in which he asks if Goku and Vegeta are around. But they're actually on Beerus's planet to train, in which they try to get Whis to bring them to the planet, which he headed towards Koen Tower to pick up some sensu beans. But unfortunately, there's only two left. However, on Beerus's planet, we see Goku and Vegeta are training with Broly watching from the distance, in which he has joined into the training as well, which he's going on a rampage as well, knowing how they have actually told him not to lose control because he will actually go into another rampage, which only Sheila and Limo have decided to actually decide to be with Brody, who's actually live in the cave with him as well. But we actually knew how they were actually kept safe from Frieza, who's still trying to kill them for betraying him as well. In which we see how which we actually knew how Bulma couldn't contact them after being distracted by their match. However, we actually learned from Dende that she's been collecting all 7 Dragon Balls, which we heard that we actually saw Shenron got new upgrades, in which we see how Piccolo as Shenron to actually unlock his true potential, just like how Grandmaster Guru have gave Krillin and Gohan their hidden potential, in which we've seen how his first wish have come true. And then for the last 2 wishes, that Bulma actually have wished for cosmetic changes onto herself, without realizing that they could actually bring Goku and Vegeta back on Earth, which of course should have actually wished for that. But we knew how the Red Ribbon Army is actually targeting Gohan as their target because he was the one who destroyed Cell in the Cell games, by which their plan was to lead them to kidnap his daughter Pan, which we knew how he is going to come to them. But Piccolo decided to volunteer to kidnap Pan as well, despite of the fact that she's not only Goku's daughter, but she's also Mr. Saiyan's granddaughter, because they say that he is the hero who defeated Cell, in which we knew how Piccolo and another soldier, 15, decided to kidnap Pan, which she knew it was Piccolo in the disguise, which we seen how they arrived at the daycare and was actually spotted by Pan, not Piccolo, except for 15, who was not unconscious. However, we see how they created a ransom video in which they actually show it to Gohan, which we knew how he was angry to saw how they got Pan, by which he's decided to fly over to the Red Ribbon headquarters, where he actually knew that Gamma 1 is going to battle Gohan, in which we knew how he's transformed into a Super Saiyan to battle Gamma 1, by which Gamma 2 is about to fight, but he won't get into the way because Piccolo is actually intercept him, in which he actually decided to battle Gamma 2, which he actually have overpowered until while ago, while Chiron have given him his hidden potential, he has given him a new upgrade that actually helped him in the battle, which he have unlocked a new form called Orange Piccolo, which a orange version of his new form, which he decided to use it against Gamma 2, in which he actually have battled him. In other words, actually decide to give up, knowing how they have actually been misheard of what happened, in which we knew how we see Pan had decided to defeat Carmine, which we knew how she dodged all the shots from his gun and decided to take him down, by which we see how Hero realized what had happened and decided to follow Vegeta, in which he decided to activate Cell Max, by which he actually realized of what he has done, knowing that he's going to unleash Cell Max to actually get revenge, in which he actually shot him, but he realized that he has upgraded his skin to be strong to resist the bullets, until Vegeta have actually decided to reveal his upgrade as well, which he actually has his whole body to go through a cybernetic enhancements until the neck part of his body was actually stung by his cybernetic bee Hashimaru until he was actually dying from the poison. He used his final moments to unlock the final locks to Cell Max, by which we see how Bulma arriving with Trunks and Gotenks, who actually became teenagers, along with Krillin and Android 18, who saw the Gammas as well. But Hito actually can't stop Cell Max until he decided to break free of his containment, knowing how this will end up being the battle that everyone has to fight. But we see how they have decided to fight back against Cell Max until Gamma 2 revealed his weak spot, which is his head, which they needed to destroy it, but the energy will kill everyone, including the fact that he will end up killing himself and the one who destroyed him, in which we see how Goten and Trunks decide to fuse into Gotenks. Until their fusion, well, didn't work because their fingers didn't link up completely. Until they actually realized that Piccolo can grow big due to the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, in which he decided to fight back against Cell Max, in which he gave Gohan the last sensu bean when he dropped his, and he told him that he has the potential to fight against stronger opponents and use it to his full power, in which he decided to fight back. But Cell Max have actually destroyed everyone, in which causing Gohan to awaken the potential that he has within him, causing a new form to emerge, this time with white hair and red eyes, in which he have defeated all of the doubts that he have, in which he calls it his Gohan Beast form, in which he will defeat Cell Max with a new power, which he using his special beam cannon that he used in secret and destroy the head, which causing Cell Max to fall and explode, which everyone has escaped the blast radius, which we see how Pan, who actually fly and hug Gohan because him and Piccolo revert back to normal, in which Gohan is actually happy that he defeated Cell just like he did to the old Cell, which Piccolo is proud, and Goku and Vegeta would be proud too, in which we see how Gamma 2 sacrificed himself to save everyone, which Hido and Gamma 2 decided to turn him in, but they won't allow that until Bulma have offered them the chance to redeem themselves by working at the Capsule Corporation, at which Pan decided to happily fly around everyone as she decided to learn that Piccolo have actually begun her next training. But at the end credits, we see Goku and Vegeta have actually been exhausted, which Vegeta lands a punch on Goku, collapsing in the process, which Vegeta is happy that he won his rematch against Goku, while Beerus had fallen asleep and Broly and Limo have actually moved to tears, which is actually the end of the movie. We see how this movie plays out through the GT series. Plus, I love the entire animation from 2D animation to 3D animation, and the new characters Gamma 1 and 2 is incredible, which we see how Pan becomes a Saiyan in training by Piccolo, and we finally see Gohan be cool again in the new movie as a new protagonist, despite of Goku not being one, although he is still our favorite hero in the series. Because this is the movie that I really wanted to see, but seeing Gohan as the hero. In other words, I love this movie. It's incredible. As which it was actually amazing to see Gohan become awesome again. But I cannot wait to see what One Piece Film Red is actually going to be like when it's going to be out in the fall. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the anime movie review. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime God Drawing here saying signing out. Laters, and be safe.